All right, hello again, AMC shareholders. I saw a comment on Twitter a few days ago talking about how the AMC scandal, as we see it, is the natural result of capitalism. And I could not disagree more. First of all, from my perspective, we haven't really had true free market capitalism in this country for over 100 years. The closest thing we really have right now would be, like the internet. What we have going on with AMC is cronyism. What that means is I would be able to take direct action against Adam Aron and the board and AMC for bilking me out of shares, for lying to me, for essentially stealing from me, without interference or crony leverage from the government being used against me. I wouldn't have to wade through a corrupt SEC, which does nothing. There are just various obvious examples where the government and the interference that's there is being brought to bear against people who have invested legitimately in a company. And I would say over 100 years ago, and actually this is, it's a pretty old company. It would have been interesting to see AMC over 100 years ago, but at that time, you would have had a greater chance of taking direct action against Adam Aron. It wasn't too long ago, geologically speaking, where you could duel somebody in the street for doing some of the things that he's done. Do I really want to see a return to that? Not necessarily, no, not really. I do want to see a return of actual consequences for people who steal, for people who lie to shareholders, and then have the government protect them from actual consequences. So that's a distinction for me between capitalism and cronyism, especially in regard to AMC. We don't have capitalism. We have cronyism, and that's a huge part of the problem. Otherwise, you and I would be able to go take direct action against Adam Aron and maybe make some meaningful change. Do I think there are actions we can take? Yeah, and I think actually the internet is probably the place to do that. One of the freer markets on the earth still to this point. I think we could take some action there. And I think between the millions of us that are invested, probably come up with some ideas to do that. So, no, I don't think the play is over. But I also don't think the AMC scandal is the result of capitalism, not by a long shot. We just need to arrive back at a more capitalist, or better, if there's a better system out there, I'm open to it. I have yet to really see it. For those of you who are socialists, if you haven't visited a country like I have, the USSR, and seen the actual fallout from command markets and socialism, tangentially starting to approach communism, I don't really take your opinion very seriously. Now you can say, oh, Norway and places like this, those are socialist nations. Yeah, and right now you might do all right if you're cool with that level of taxation. But honestly, how many people are building rafts in Miami heading toward Cuba? Not so many. So that can tell you what the downside of command markets and socialist systems really are, in my opinion. All right, we're getting way off into another tangent, but hope you're having a good weekend, and I hope we do come up with some ideas to forward the AMC issue and find some resolution for everybody. So take care of yourselves.